All right. Well, next we have Wavyssa. And I think hotels have such a complex business mix. And there's so much complexity around handling that and handling the commercial strategy, especially if you are a resort and you're located somewhere where you need to actually take a flight. So you rely heavily on tour operators bringing business into your islands. And for that, we have today with us Irene Guinarte. Bienvenida. Welcome. How are you today?
Good morning, Christina. Thank you. I'm really well, and you? Thank you.
Very well, very well. Irene, I think she's dialing from Ibiza. Is that where you're at
Yeah,
today? All
I'm
right.
located in Ibiza, and the weather is really nice today. 23 degrees. Then it's really nice here. The weather.
Thank you for making us all very jealous. Well, we're super delighted to have you. Thank you so much. You are very welcome to start your pitch in just a few moments.
Okay. Thank you very much, Christina. Then I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Now I'm ready. Okay. Then it's really nice to be here for me. My name is Irene, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Wavyssa. And you wonder what Wavyssa is? Wavyssa is the company that launched to the market the first MS in the world developed by and for vacational hoteliers. As a vacational hotelier for many years, and also as an expert in implementation of RMS in hotels, I have always asked myself why there are no RMS for vacational hotels. All systems covered my segment, corporate segment, transient segment, but what about the tour operator segment? Does it not give money to hoteliers? Well, the answer is really clear. It gives a lot of money, and you have to be able to work and optimize it. And of course, I'm not talking about the connected tour operator. I'm talking about the traditional one. And that is why Wavy got born, to help the hoteliers to make each and every one of his channels profitable. Always, of course, giving the possibility to have advantages for his direct channel or strategic channels, but without losing sight of the bigger eggs in the basket. And in vacational hotels, sorry, but the bigger eggs are the tour operators. Then, what makes the RMS WavyCat unique? First one, you will manage your online and offline channels in the same platform. Forgot to have an Excel to control the sales of the tour operators, to introduce offers, to control your close, your opens, your allotment. In WavyCat, you can do all the actions through the same platform and have the control of your offline channels as you have in your online channels, and very important, in real time. Also, we have the revenue per room type. Of course, traditional, everybody say, I do revenue per room type. But the reality is there are no time to do it. You cannot do an analysis per room type, do your closing, put allotment in your channel manager in the extranet of the tour operators, send emails to the tour operators, send the offers, prepare different reports, because unfortunately, the day has 24 hours, no 85 hours. That is a way we can give you recommendations per room type. That way you can be focused on the room types and days that the system is recommended you. Also, we have the revenue per ball. The recommendations by board are one of the diamonds in WavyCat. Unfortunately, supplements are stipulated per season that are usually static, not for lack of desire, but for lack of time. The revenue that is made in the board is usually when the maximum capacity that the hotel can manage in the restaurant is reached, sales are closed. But what if we could receive recommendations for each day for the different boards and only increase or decrease what really sells or not sells? It seems very simple, but how many of you do it dynamically? But of course, I'm not talking about different supplements per season. Please, I'm talking about doing revenue in the board. And the next one, I think one of my favorites one is revenue per person. For me, the philosopher's stone of the hotels is here. Making revenue per person is what has traditionally been done in hotels, but always statically, not dynamically. Imagine manage your discounts and supplements per person by multiple factors: travel window, booking window, occupancy of the hotel, occupancy of the bar, occupancy of the room type, different different channels, and everything automatically. The growth of your revenue can be unbelievable, I promise you. And the last one, but of course my favorite one, is the automation. The word, good word. We boast of using it, but if we do a survey, how many hoteliers automate all the process that allow them to automate the machines and leave the main task of them to humans? The task of people is not to chop data, it's guide the machines, set the goals, define the strategy, and monitor its scope. Automating all processes is feasible, and the question is, why don't we do it? Because normally we have to buy 5, 10, or 12 tools to cover all your needs. And at the management and cost level, it gets out of hand. What would happen if I told you that in Wavyssa you can automate absolutely everything you want to do it with your prices, with your allotment, with your clothes, with your minimum length of stay, per channel, per rate, per board, per room type, for each moment of sale and each time of purchase, is one of the stars of Wavyssa and what our customer like the most. But for me, there are one key factor in Wavyssa that makes everything possible: our team. At Wavyssa, all the commercial team and some of the engineering comes from vacational hotels. We understand your needs because we have experienced them, and no one can make hits better than a woman who hears them every day. I would like to say you thank you very much. Look, I have promised with my presentation. Here is my contact. And then thank you very much.
Thank you, Irene. That was wonderful and very insightful. I think it made us all think about all the things that we think we can't do today, but obviously it's quite apparent Wavyssa can help us with. So maybe just taking a couple of questions from our judge panel here with us. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first. This is sort of taking me back to quite a few years ago in my career, and I'm having flashbacks because I remember how difficult it was to manage allocations and allotments with the two operators. Can you just explain a little bit more how this is done?
Of course, we connect with real time with the PMS, and of course with real time with the channel managers. And in Wavyssa, we have a part called allotment rules. And in allotment rules, you can set up high amount of rules to say, for that week booking window, in that travel window, for that room type, in that board, in that rate, I would like to put, I don't know, 5 rooms in that channel. Then the system is going to put automatically when the occupancy is detected in that travel window and in that booking window. Then you set up your different routes and the system is going to do it alone in real time because we are connected with PMS in real time.
Excellent. Christopher, tell us what's important to you in your area of expertise, and particularly how you manage various type of businesses in some of your consulting engagements. Any questions for Irene, particularly in the areas where you have resorts management?
You are on mute, Christopher.
So I wasn't scheduled for that one, but I'll give it a go. No, I think it's similar around managing allocations, etc., and how we optimize our distribution without limiting it as much as we can. Often leaving inventory in with partners who aren't going to use it, and you get it back very late on. So I think the ability to distribute that allocation in a more balanced approach, I think, makes good sense.
Excellent. And the last question, perhaps we could go over to Danielle. Any question from your side, Danielle? Danielle Frey, because we do have two Daniels with us today.
You're on mute, Daniel.
Yeah, always unmute us. It's like the first time I'm using a video call. So, with regards to channel pricing and to channel rules, are you have something like that in place in your system?
Yeah, sure. We have channel rules and not just online, include offline part, the both. And we are connected with the tour operators directly. We have both.
Excellent. One more question. I think we've got very, very crisp questions and very crisp answer. One from Daniela Karai this time.
Hi, Irene. So my question
Daniele.
is, so the recommendations go back to the CRS. This means that your partners, they all need to be connected?
No, I connect directly.
Okay, so how do you distribute that to them?
You are talking about the tour operators?
Yes.
Yes, normally there are we have a channel manager that connects with the tour operators directly. Then it's not our channel manager, but we have an agreement with one channel manager, and then we can send to the extranets. We connect like a normal channel with a code when we sign the contract, and then we send the actions to the channel, and the channel distribute to the tour operators. The static ones, of course. I'm not talking about the dynamic ones. And also there are tour operators that the system is going to generate an email to send to these tour operators. You can introduce directly the email in the platform, and then the system is going to generate the action in form of email.
All right, thank you.
So basically, you are using the channel manager as a bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
Great. All right, thanks, Irene. So we are
Thank
almost
you.
at the end, guys. Thank you, Irene, for joining us. And let's welcome the last pitch, which is going to be very interesting because finally we are going to understand more about how to yield tables at restaurants. Thank you, Irene. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.